Okay, so next is properties of composite function. First one, composite function f of g x and g of f x. Okay, f of g is not equals to g of f. Both are not same thing now. Sometimes they may be same. Okay, but both are not same thing. In general, they are not equal. Okay, so in general. Second property, if we are taking composite function of three function like f, g, h, function of a function of a function, okay, like this one, f of g of h, then at a one time we can take only composite of two function, na, directly you can't find for all three, okay. So at one time we have to take any two, so either you can take this one or you can take this one, okay. First, so actually choose anything, you will get same answer, okay. It means this one, or first find this one, from both you will get same. It means composite function follow the associative law, okay. But if defined, because sometimes composite function is not defined, but if this one is defined, then these are equal, okay. If defined, okay. Third one, now actually if both function f and g are 1 1, if both function are 1 1, then their composite function is also 1 1. If both are onto, then also composite function is also onto. This is the property, so I have to write, okay. If f, now actually I have to take domain and codomain of f such that composite function is defined. So I am taking f from a to b and g from b to c, okay, such that GOF is defined. If f a to b and g b to c both are 1 1, then composite function g of f, then g of f is also 1 1. But 1 minute, if this one is g of f, then here we have na domain and codomain for both functions, then I want domain and codomain of this one is also. So see, g of fx, domain it means value of x, okay, and range it means range is belongs to codomain, na? So to get codomain we have to first find the range, okay. Range it means value of the function, okay. So find value of x from which we are taking value of x, and from inward we are getting value of function, okay, domain and codomain, okay. See, so first if you put any value of x, then x is received by f. So you can put value of x from domain of f, because f can't receive a value, or f can't accept a value which is not in domain. So x must lies in domain of f, it means a. So x in a. After, if x belongs to a, then value of fx you will get in b. So this fx in b, okay. Now any value from b, can g received? Yes, domain of g is b. Because of that reason I am taking this one a to b and then this one b to c, such that g can receive this value, okay na, getting na, okay. So g fx in b. Now from b g taken a value, and at the end value is given by g, okay, and g gave a value in c, okay. So see, x from a and final value of function in c, okay. So this is defined from a to c, x from a and value of function in c. So GOF is a to c, okay. If f and g both are 1 1, then GOF a to c is also a 1 1 function, okay. If f and g both are 1 1, then composite function is also 1 1. Do you want proof? मान लो यार, okay. If you want proof, then see, okay. How to prove this one? Oh, 1 minute, I can use that one by using board method now. From fx1 equal to fx2, if I am getting x1 equals to x2, then I can say that f is 1 1 function, okay. So at this time I want to prove that g of f is 1 1 function. So if from g of f x1 equals to g of f x2, if I will get x1 equals to x2, then I can say that GOF is 1 1, okay. So g of f x1 is equals to g of f x2. From fx1 equals to fx2, if we are getting x1 equals to x2, then function is 1 1. So similarly I am taking g of fx1 equals to g of fx2. After solving, if you are getting x1 equals to x2, then I can say that this one is 1 1 function. Okay, now see, outside view of function g. Now this is like g x1 equals to g x2. So from this one, can I write x1 equals to x2? Obviously, because g is 1 1 na. Okay, g both are 1 1. If g is 1 1, then this is like g x1 equals to g x2. G x1 equals to g x2. From this one I can write that x1 f x1 equals to f x2. How can I write? Because g is 1 1. Okay, now again f is 1 1. F is 1 1 or both are 1 1. If f is 1 1, then from f x1 equals to f x2, I can write x1 equals to x2. So from g of f go of x1 equals to go of x2, we are getting x1 equals to x2. So g of f is 1 1. Okay. Now fourth one, similarly, if f a to b and g b to c, if f a to b and g b to c both are onto, then again GOF is defined from a to c, because first value is received by x f, and f can take value from a, and at the end value is given by g, and g give the value in c. So this is from a to c. GOF is also onto. Okay. Now again do and proof. Oh, see, f from a to b. So suppose this is a and this is b. View f. Okay. A and this one is b, and g from b to c. This one is g. Okay. Now what we want to prove that? We want to prove that GOF is onto if both are onto. Here f and g both are onto, and GOF is defined from a to c. Okay na? A to c, obviously. Okay. So how to prove GOF is onto? That is simple. Any function from a to b is said to be onto if for each element of b we have at least one pre-image in a such that fa equals to b or fx equals to y. Clear na? By using the definition of onto function, if each element in b, for every y belongs to b, we have at least one x in a such that fx is equals to y, then you can say that function is onto. Okay. So to prove that this GOF is onto, I have to prove that for any element in C, for each element in C, we have at least one element in A such that f of that x is equals to y. Okay. So suppose we have any element in C as z. Suppose I am supposing in C we have any element z. Okay. Okay. Now I know that I have to prove that we have at least one x in A such that g of f x is equals to z. Okay na? For every element z belongs to C, I have to prove that we have one x in A such that GOF is equals to z. Okay, by using the definition. Okay, so I assume that z in C. If z in C and g is onto function, if g is onto function, then I can say that necessarily we have at least one y in b such that gy is equals to z. Obviously, because g is onto na, so this must have one pre-image in A. Okay. Now see for this one, again f is onto. If f is onto, then y must have at least one pre-image in A. So I can say that for this y we have at least one x in A such that fx is equals to y. Okay. Now find the value of z of f x. Z of fx is g of fx, fx that is equals to y, and g of y is z. Okay, so for every z belongs to C, we have one x in A such that gof of x is equals to z. Okay, so gof is onto. Now actually there is no need to write this one, just write down this one. Okay, or just remember one thing, if f and g both are 1 1, then composite function is also 1 1. If f and g both are onto, then composite function is also onto. Just we have to remember this thing, no? Okay. Okay, can I write? Here we are getting z of fx is equals to z. It means for every z belongs to C, we have x in A such that gof of x equals to z. It means this one is onto. Okay. So for now we have remaining two properties, fifth one and sixth one. Okay, 1 minute. Now we are getting one thing, that if f and g both are onto, then gof is onto. If f and g both are 1 1, then gof is 1 1. Okay, now vice versa we have to say, if gof is 1 1, can I say that both must be 1 1? If f and g both are 1 1, then gof is 1 1. Now can I say that if gof is 1 1, then these both must be 1 1? Actually no. If g of fx is 1 1, if this one is 1 1, then we have only condition for fx. If this one is 1 1, then fx, f must be 1 1, g may be many 1, okay, or may not be 1 1. If both are 1 1, then also okay. But if this one is 1 1, then f is necessarily 1 1, okay, because suppose now f can't be many 1, because if f can take 2x such that for that we have some same value of fx, okay, then definitely for that value you will get some value of gx, then this become many 1, okay. So no, so if this one is 1 1, then fx must be 1 1, but g may be many 1, okay. I can, so to say many 1, I want only one example now, okay. So I will give you an example. So fourth one is done, or fourth one is done, fifth one. If gof is 1 1, then f is necessarily 1 1, but z may not be 1 1. Okay, now actually one thing is clear, to say that g is may not be 1 1, I want only one example, okay, not to say for many 1, and into we want only one example, okay. So to prove this one, I want an example such that gof is 1 1 and f is 1 1, but g is not 1 1, okay, g is not 1 1, okay. I am taking C. Suppose this is f, a, b, c, d, and 1 2 3 4 5, a to b, and this is b to c, 1 2 3 4 5, and suppose here we have alpha, beta, gamma and del, okay. This is z, b to c. Now I have to remember one thing, that gof must be 1 1, okay. It means 1 to 1 value can't be repeated. So suppose a to 1, b to 2, c to 3, d to 4, okay. Now a to 1, 1 to alpha, 2 to beta, 3 to beta, 3 to gamma, 4 to del, and 5 to del also, okay. Now see, in this case first check one thing, f is 1 1 now, and this is a function obviously, okay, and g is many 1, okay. F is 1 1, g is many 1, okay. Now check for gof. Here I am writing now, gof is 1 1 function, then f is necessarily 1 1, so I am taking 1 1, but g may not be 1 1. Now I am taking g as many 1 now, okay. So I have to prove that now gof is 1 1, okay. So for gof is defined from a to c, that is clear now. Now g of fx, put any value of x, first a, then this value is g of fa is 1 and g1 is alpha. Okay, g of fb, next value of x na. Okay, g of fb is 2, g2 is beta, g of fc is 3. Okay na, and g3 is gamma, and similarly g of fd is fd is g4 is Dale. Okay, so I am taking all value of x na, a b c d. Now check, anyone has same image? No, all has distinct image na. So this one is 1 1. Now GOF is 1 1, f is necessarily 1 1, but g is many 1. Okay, similarly last note 6 1. If GOF is onto, then now GOF is onto g of fx. Okay, then this g must be onto, now f may be into. Okay, then g must be onto, but f may not be onto. Okay, again to prove this one I want any example such that GOF is onto, g is onto but f is not onto, it means f is into. Okay, again f a to b, a b c d. Okay, and 1 2 3 4, b to c, this is z, 1 2 3 4 alpha beta gamma. Okay, suppose this one we want into na. Okay, and this one is alpha beta and this is again gamma. Now see, in this one f is into, g is onto. Now if you find f of g, then also you will get onto. Okay, so done. Okay, these are the properties of composite function. Can I have? Okay, now next one is equal or identical function, then section D will be complete. Equal or identical function. Okay, now see, equal or identical function, any two functions are said to be equal if they are same for what? Same in domain and same in range, then equal or identical function. Okay na? So any two function f and g are said to be identical function if we have two conditions. First one, domain and range both must be same. Domain of f is same as domain of g. Domain must be same. And second one, values must be same for common domain, because suppose x and x square both have same domain, minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity, but both are not equal function na, because they have different value. Okay, and both must have equal value for all x belongs to common domain. Okay na, values must be same. Okay, so first check for domain must be same, and then for common domain values must be same. Okay, for example, just take an example, this will be clear easily. Okay, write a question, identify which set of function are equal. Which set of function are equal? First one is ln x square and 2 ln x. Okay. Now actually they are looking that they are same, because 2 I can write outside, okay, then 2 ln x, 2 ln x, but these are not identical. To check for identical, to prove for identical, we have to check these two conditions. Okay, so first one, find the domain of this one. I know one thing, that logarithm is only defined for positive values. Okay, so x square must be greater than 0, and we know that x square is always greater than 0, excluding 0 now. Okay, if you exclude 0, put positive or negative, doesn't matter, this one is always positive. So in this one put any value, no problem, this will be positive other than 0. Okay, so for this one domain is, in this case domain is equals to r minus 0, excluding 0, and in this one you can't put negative value, okay na, because logarithm is not defined for negative na. Okay, so in this one domain is equals to 0 comma infinity, not same, so they are not equal. Okay, if domain is same, then check for range. Okay, it means values are same or not. Now second pair, ln x and 1 by log x e. Okay, now actually both are same. If you solve this one now, then if you take this one in numerator, then we have to change the base and number. Okay, then this become log e x. ln, it means base is e. Okay, both are looking same, but they are not identical. Reason? Because domain is not same. In this one, if you put 1 is valid, I can put x equals to 1. If you put x equals to 1, then log 1, 0, we have value. But in this one, x is given as base, so base can't be equals to 1. Okay, na? For this one, domain is 0 comma infinity. But in this one again base is must be greater than 0, but again one thing, that domain is equals to 0 comma infinity, but can't be equals to 1. Okay, so again these are not identical. Okay na, because domain is not same. Okay, oh can I write this one? वो लिख लिया होगा. Okay, now I have another two example. Third one, sec square x minus tan square x and 1. Okay, sec square minus tan square is always equals to 1, and this is 1. They are equal, identical or not? Now again no. Actually in this one, tan square, sec square, tan x is not defined at pi by 2, sec is also not defined at pi by 2, tan pi by 2 is infinity na. So in this one pi by 2 is not in domain. Okay, for this one domain is equals to all odd multiple of pi, we can't take in this one, r minus odd multiple of pi by 2, how can I take? 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Okay, and domain for this one is, okay, in this one you can't put pi by 2, but here no problem na, pi by 2, 2 pi, 3 pi, every time we are getting 1. Okay, so again they are not same. 4, x by x square and 1 by x. If you simplify, x cancel out, 1 by x. Now both are same, but at this time they also have same domain, so this one is identical. See, in this one domain is, in denominator we can't put 0, so x square can't be equals to 0, x can't be equals to 0. Okay, so domain is equals to r minus 0, and this one domain is equals to r minus 0. Okay, so these are identical. Okay, so identical, clear na? First domain must be same, and then value of the function must be same for every value of common domain. Okay, for all x belongs to common domain. Can I ref? Now this is clear. In next class we will take even and odd function. Okay, but 1 minute, I am also taking one example that you will get in sheet. So see, this is for composite function. Okay, if fx is equals to x plus 2 by x plus 1 and gx is equals to x minus 2 by x, then find the domain of z f of gx. Okay, what do you want? We want domain of f of gx. It means f of gx. Now actually to find the domain there is no need to find this one first completely. Okay, just do simple thing. What we have to remember? First thing, apply the condition for domain. First one is outside to inside, na same thing. Okay, so just remember the theory, outside to inside. First we are getting f, and fx is not defined for minus 1 na. In fx this can't be equals to 0. Okay, x plus 1 can't be equals to 0 for fx. It means x can't be equals to minus 1 for fx. Okay, so I am taking this one. This can't be equals to minus 1, because if this become minus 1, then put minus 1 in denominator, you will get 0. In denominator you will get 0, then total become infinity. That is not possible. Okay, so condition for f is this gx can't be equals to minus 1. Okay, now put gx, x minus 2 by x can't be equals to minus 1, then multiply x minus 2 can't be equals to minus x, x can't be equals to 1. Okay, we are getting from this. Now again you have to remember, I am taking this example because of one reason, because at the end we have to remember that domain of f of gx is always subset of domain of z. Okay, so you have to exclude those value of x for that g is not defined, because suppose now if you are taking only x is not equals to 1, it means you can put 0, but if you are putting 0 then g 0, find out, we are getting infinity. If this one is infinity, how can you find value of f? Okay, and because domain of f of z is always subset of domain of g. Okay, so now check in gx. Gx is defined for every value. This is polynomial by polynomial, but you can't take those value of x as the denominator becomes 0. It means this x can't be equals to 0. So x can't be 0. So now we have to exclude both. Okay, domain of f of z is equals to r minus 1 and 0. We have to exclude both. This one I am excluding because of reason of z, and this one because of f. We have condition now. Okay, you can't take any value of x such that gx become minus 1, because at minus 1 denominator of f becomes 0, then f is not defined. Okay, okay, done now. Okay, in next class we will take even and odd function. Okay, now you can try section D also, no? Okay, and one thing now I am saying that I had done a mistake in previous lecture. Yeah, so I am taking that one. That question is in part 2 we have a question y equals to x square plus greatest integer of x. Okay, and r to r, and we want to prove that this one is many one and into both. Okay, so I am taking for into. Actually I had done a mistake for into, so I am taking only this one. See, greatest integer of x, so I am taking values in interval. So first 0 comma 1, here x belongs to minus 1 comma 0, when x belongs to minus 2 comma minus 1. Okay, like this one, minus 2 to minus 1, minus 1 to 0, 0 to 1, then x belongs to 1 to 2, and x belongs to 2 to 3, like this one. Okay, so if x from minus 2 to minus 1, then greatest integer of x is minus 2. So what we are getting? X square minus 2. Okay, minus 1 to 0, greatest integer of this one is minus 1. So x square minus 1, 0 to 1, greatest integer is 0, x square, in this one x square plus 1, x square plus 2, like this one you have to infinity. Okay, now actually I said that y for y equals to 1 there is not x belongs to r, but no, actually we have for y equals to x, if you put from this one, suppose I am finding value of range in these interval, in this one, if you put minus 2, what we are getting? If you put minus 2, we are getting minus 2 square is 4, 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay, including. Now put minus 1, if you are putting minus 1, then minus 1 square is plus 1, plus 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Okay, so minus 1. Now this is open because this is not included. Okay, but 2 is included. So in this region put minus 1, what we are getting? Minus 1, not included, put minus 2, 4. Okay, 4 minus 2 is 2, included, because here we have closed interval na. So in this one we are getting all value from minus 1 to 2. Okay, then 1 is also in this one na. See, now put a 0, what we are getting? Minus 1, open interval. Put a minus 1, what we are getting? 0. In this one range is minus 1 to 0. For this one put a 0, then 0, and put 1, then 1. Okay, put 1, then 2, and put 2, then 5. Now put 2, what we are getting? 6. Okay, and now put 3, 11, like this one we are getting. Okay, actually you will get all positive value, but you can't get minus 1. Okay, not plus 1, take minus 1. Okay na, here you are not getting minus 1 na, minus 1 open interval. If you take before this one also, then see, y equals to x square plus greatest integer of x. Okay, now if I take previous interval, then minus 3 to minus 2. Okay, if you put minus 2, then greatest integer is x square minus 3. Okay, if you put minus 2, what we are getting? 4 minus 3, 1, open interval, and minus 3, then 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay, close interval. Now actually what we are getting? These all are positive values. Only in these two interval we have negative value, and this is from minus 1 to 0, minus 1 open. This is from minus 1 to 2, minus 1 is open. Okay, now put any value of x, doesn't matter. Anyhow you can't get this one as less than minus 1. Okay, also this can't be equals to minus 2, this can't be equals to minus 3, this can't be equals to minus 4, this can't be equals to minus 10. Okay, so for y equals to minus 10 or minus 1, doesn't matter, there is no x belongs to R. Okay, there is no x belongs to R, for that y equals to minus 10. This can't be negative because this one is always positive na. If you write minus 10, put any value, but square is greater than to this one. Okay, that is the mistake. Answer is remains same, but not for 1, because 1 we are getting in this interval, but minus 1 we are not getting, minus 2 you are not getting, minus 3 also we are not getting. Okay.